Hello, and welcome to a Llorona Encounter. Let's get started. So, if you know about Hispanic or Mexican folklore, you know about La Llorona. If not, I suggest you look into her story. My mom was 10 years old and lived next to a small ditch next to a highway. She stayed at her friend's house, which was a little closer to the ditch. The day went normal, riding bikes, playing typical girl stuff. Then night came, and they knew it was time to get home once the streetlights came on. They were sitting in the friend's bedroom, radio on, listening to music, playing a card game. It was already dark out, and the music from the stereo filled the room. Now, my mom's friend lived with her mom and grandma, who both spoke fluent Spanish. My mom understood it, but couldn't speak it. My mom developed this overwhelming sense of anxiety and terror. Then, it started crying. The girls both heard it, but brushed it off as a cat or a drunken neighbor. Soon, the crying began to become louder and more obnoxious, like it wanted to be heard. The girls paused what they were doing, staring at the window. Once they looked that way, the crying became ear-splitting, so loud it resonated over the stereo. Both girls had their hands over their ears, fearful of what was happening. The grandma burst in the room, holy water in one hand and a rosary in the other. She was screaming over the crying and praying in Spanish. My mom says when she did this, the radio started to static and the lights began to flicker, both the crying and the praying booming extremely loud until quiet. It all stopped. The grandma said a prayer over my mom and her granddaughter and made them go into the living room, instructing them not to return to that room for the night and not to look out the window. My mom returned home in the morning, not speaking of what had happened. Even when she tells this story now, an overwhelming sense of fear takes over and she gets goosebumps. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Some things in this world just can't be explained. I know there's a lot of paranormal stuff that goes on. I've experienced a lot of it. But if you enjoyed the video, like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching. And lastly, you may be watching me, but who's watching you?